wanna do it to her. Don't tell me. And tell me why. Sometimes we cry. I don't wanna cry. I don't wanna say it. 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 This is not enough. This is not. There's no audio, by the way. What's up, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good afternoon. Thank you for stopping by. Some type of ICE raid in Los Angeles. Everybody's running. Run. Run. La migra. Chinga la migra. Chinga la migra. I ain't got time. Don't call me. I don't got time. You're calling me too much. Wow. What's going on there? Protests turned violent. What in tarnation's going on? Oh, they're getting rowdy. KTLA is live.
It is. You know, we're also in a different county. You know, we've seen these happen in different counties, different cities. Whether it's the sheriff's department that is the authority in the area, or it's local to the police department. Like the LAPD. So different policies, but in general, across the board, the local authorities have said that they don't wish to be engaged in what is happening down here with the immigration enforcement. And I think that they are doing everything they can to, the Sheriff's Department here in Ventura County is doing what they can to not actively get involved in this situation down here. And we'll see if that continues to be the case while this continues to happen. And if the fire department gets overwhelmed, well, they could choose to just leave the zone and move further and further away, or have no choice but to leave the area entirely, or federal police may need to come down there and provide some sort of protection for them. But I can tell you that the federal police, as far as ICE or the Marshal Service that could be down here, or National Guard members, if they happen to be down here, they basically are boxed in between the two closures here on the road, so not really able to provide that protection that the fire department needs. Let me, so here's the area here, here's the wide shot. You can see where ICE is working here on this farm. You can see all the cars
I thought he was going to leave the farms alone.
The building, likely from all the farm workers that work here. So just kind of give you an idea of just how many people could have been working at this facility here today. Then we have what's happening with the federal agents and the community members here along Laguna Road. And then we'll pan a little further down towards Pleasant Valley and just give you, let's see, you can just see how far it is. It's pretty far off in the distance. And that is where the fire department has set up to treat anybody that has requested medical attention at this point.
Rich, thank you for that view. As you saw, lots of farmland and those facilities. Ventura County Star, VC Star publication, now reporting that perhaps this is at Glass House Cannabis Farms. Those are the buildings that you see there. One woman said that her husband was hiding in one of the buildings at Glass House, and that is approximately, according to the article, where we're seeing all of these buildings. And just outside of that is our Alina Abovian. We know it was a long haul to get through all the traffic and to get up to the tape where you are now, Alina. Hi, what's going on?
Hi, Samantha. We're on the other side of Laguna. What you're seeing from the vantage point of Sky 5 is on the other side. So this is this side, and you can see we have about 10 Border Patrol agents here. This is a standoff happening between the protesters, the supporters who came to this area after they heard about the raid happening here. As far as the Border Patrol agents, I can confirm it is Border Patrol. I walked over, got a very close look at their badges. Several of these agents, they are armed, and we can confirm that tear gas was deployed here earlier. Now, an ambulance came past this area to treat people who were injured. We don't know exactly why. Now, we're moving closer to this vehicle here. This is from SoCal Edison. There seems to be some tension here between the protesters and the driver of this SoCal Edison vehicle. I'm going to move out of the way because he is backing out. So not a lot of order here, not a lot of control here. You can see it's a very chaotic situation, and this is, relatively speaking, the calmer side. Now, because this is a very large agricultural community, a lot of people here very sensitive to what's been happening, the climate, the political climate, because of these raids. They heard about this on social media, that a raid was happening here earlier this morning, so they all showed up. On the other side of Laguna, you can see dozens of vehicles. Typically, you would not see so many vehicles parked along this road because, again, this is an Oxnard, this is an ag community, and so all these people really just showing up in light of what's been happening. Majority of these people don't look like they work here. These people are protesters, and they are here to show their support. Now, since we've been here at this location over the last 20 minutes or so, it has been calm. They are staying on the other side of this yellow tape here, not wanting to clash with these agents. As you can see, that would not be a good idea considering these agents are armed. Earlier, they did deploy tear gas, so they are ready if something does happen to trigger these protesters. Some of them moving onto the other side of Laguna because one of the organizers telling us they need support on the other side. We're also hearing that the National Guard is on its way here. As far as people being injured, we don't know exactly who's been injured or how many people, but we did see several ambulances coming by this area and a triage center being set up. As far as the raid earlier, we don't know exactly how many people were taken into custody, but all of this really happening earlier this morning along Laguna Road and Las Posas Road, and the facility is called the Glass House Farms. It's located at 645 Laguna Road, and we're told that that is where the raid was focused earlier this morning. Now, as you can see, these people are standing here. They have their cell phones out. They're recording. They're just waiting for that moment for something to trigger, for something to happen. But we're told that a lot of the action really is happening on the other side of Laguna. So we're going to move there and see what we can find out there for you guys. But for now, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
Alina, I know that you're just getting on the scene. Did you get a chance to chat with anybody about why they're protesting or anything?
Well, the reason why they're protesting, Lou, is because they are against these raids. They say that these are hardworking farmers. They are not criminals. They should not be the people targeted when it comes to these mass raids. That's not what should be happening here. What they're saying essentially is that the Trump administration, they need to be focusing on criminals, people who are here illegally, who are causing harm to this country, not focusing on hardworking farmers who are simply here to make a living, who are here to move this economy forward. That's the general message. We've been covering these raids for the last few weeks, and whoever you talk to, that's the sentiment that's being shared. As you can see, they're not letting even this USPS driver get through.
Come on, man, I gotta get my package.
It's getting tense out here.
Alina, we do have to let Sky 5 go and refuel, so we're going to stick with you until we hit the end of the hour here. And I guess that was kind of the question Lou and I were having, is what exactly is the goal of these protesters? We understand they're against the raids, but are they trying to prevent federal immigration enforcement officials from leaving the area? Are they planning on blocking off the traffic?
It appears to be the case. I can't say exactly what their intention is by being here, but that seems to be the case. They're trying to to raise awareness. They're trying to stop this from happening. So, they're here in order to give resistance to what is transpiring. These raids have been happening over the last few weeks, and they're here to show that they are against it. They're coming out in numbers. They're very organized. As soon as the video of this raid was posted to social media, they showed up in numbers. We have over 100 people here, so you have to realize that this is possibly very organized. They are communicating with one another. They are showing up at these raids, and they want to have their message heard, which is that they are against the raids. They don't want it to happen.
Are they arguing to let the
in this case right
driver
here,
through, or are they arguing to keep him?
Yes, what they want, yes. What they want is for the Border Patrol officers to step aside to allow this federal employee who works for USPS to drive through, but that's not happening here. They have the caution tape up. Why they're able to close the street here, we don't know, but that is what's happening. You have several vehicles here, 1, 2, 3, 4 federal agent vehicles. We have about 10 federal agents, and as you can see, their faces are disguised. They have masks on, they have glasses on, they have hats on, and so you can't identify them, but they are wearing the vests, which they're supposed to, which identifies them as Border Patrol agents.
So basically,
and all of them armed, as you can see.
Basically, this mail carrier is going to have to reroute. They're forcing him to turn around, it sounds like.
To turn around, exactly, which is what we had to do as well to get here, because they have Laguna closed off, and this is happening on Laguna, both on the west side. It's what this USPS driver is now having to do. Earlier, we saw also the SoCal Edison vehicle having to turn around and go because they have this closed off. Border Patrol agents are not opening it up for anyone, not for media, and not for even a federal worker.
So basically, if he had kept going down the road, if they had let him through, he would have passed by the main building of where the detainees are being held?
Lou, I don't know exactly what's ahead because we haven't been able to access that area. I can tell you on the other side of it, I did see a lot more people. My assumption is that the facility is between here and the other closure. Now, why they have this closed off and why they are not allowing it to, why they're not allowing people to go, we don't know. I tried asking them earlier. Typically, when you see a closure like this, it's because it's a crime scene or something happened and they don't want people to go by, not to tamper with evidence or an operation that is happening. But they're not telling us why they have this closed off.
Alina, we notice, of course, the ICE agents, or the Border Patrol, rather, excuse me, have their faces covered, as you mentioned. Yes. And a lot of the protesters do as well. I know there's a lot of fear on both sides about retaliation, whether it be on social media or doxing, etc. So we see both the law enforcement agents covering their identity, clearly wearing their Border Patrol uniform. A lot of the people who've shown up to support those farm workers also concealing their identity somewhat. Do you know how long they plan to be out there today to make their voices heard?
As long as it takes.
I don't know how long they plan to be out here. The situation is pretty fluid. We did hear someone on a loudspeaker earlier who I would assume is an organizer for this group telling everyone to go onto the other side of Laguna because there's just a bit more action happening there. Again, we can't see it. It's about half a mile away from where we are. We also did hear that the National Guard is coming here to allow them to go through. Now, why they assume that the logistics of that will hold up, I'm not sure, but that is what we heard from them. And yes, you are right. People on both sides do have their faces covered up. The farm workers here, protesters, they are wearing COVID-19 masks, medical masks. Why they are wearing that, maybe to protect themselves from the tear gas or to protect themselves, their identity. We don't know exactly.
Just to catch people up, this was federal. And
another thing to point out, not many of them speak English. So we've tried to speak to a few people, but many of them are Spanish speaking.
Got it. And around noon, just before noon, we heard about this federal raid on a farm near Camarillo, near Oxnard. This is unincorporated Ventura County. We see a lot of farmland, agriculture. Also, we've learned a cannabis shop. Glass House Farms was also part of the location where these immigration enforcement officials were reportedly going through the fields and the facilities to detain those who are undocumented. We've spoken with Ventura County Board of Supervisors, Vianney Lopez. We spoke with also the City of Camarillo Councilwoman, Ms. Bravo, about what's going on here. We don't have numbers at this time, but Vianney Lopez said she's determined at least 30 people have been detained in this raid today. Lou, I know you were counting as we were on Sky 5 going overhead, and it looked like possibly 100 people were detained. Rich Prickett showed us people who had zip ties around their wrists as though they were being taken into a facility, at least being questioned and detained, possibly taken onto buses with the U.S. Marshals. And now we have a camera live here with Lena Bovian, who's out in Ventura County, unincorporated, looking at Border Patrol, keeping a line of people from entering into where this raid happened.
And we've seen a lot of heated rhetoric, a lot of people very upset out here. Also, too, some people being very patient, obviously, too, just standing around in support, maybe trying to get questions, but a lot of people really angry. Even the mail carrier who came through was super frustrated, just trying to do his job. And he got turned around. And Alina mentioned you guys got turned around. And as a reporter showing up at a scene like this is a large operation, a huge farm. You guys finding your way around, they turned you around as well, because a lot of times they'll let media in.
That was not the case, Lou. Yes, typically they do allow media in, but they are not allowing us in. I tried asking a question. They're not being responsive. They have a very stoic demeanor. They're here for their job, and they're not really here to provide information or really to cooperate.
Yeah, we're not going to give interviews or anything.
Alina, thank you for your reporting on the ground from one end of this federal immigration raid. We know we have a photographer on the other side as well who caught images of tear gas being used when things got a little tense between federal immigration aid, ICE enforcement agents, and people who showed up, whether it be family, friends of farm workers, or those just voicing their opposition to the raid.
Yeah, and of course, Sky 5 with Rich Prickett has been over this since the beginning, and at one point actually had to sort of stay out of the way of the Homeland Security helicopter who was monitoring, because when they first came on to this raid, there was a lot of scampering and running, and I'm sure in the beginning a little bit chaotic, but they continue to have the skirmish lines here. This is just one section of that. We appreciate you sticking around with us this afternoon. We will continue to cover this on the KTLA 5 News at 3, and we will have continuing coverage at KTLA.com as well.
What a mess. I wonder if I can pull up any let's see if I pull up anything. Oh, ABC's out there too. Let's get ABC. Wow. Let's check out ABC. We got ABC. So feds conduct immigration raid at farm. And so the interesting thing is that Trump had, first Trump was, we're going to get everybody, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And then at one point he had kind of like reneged on it a little bit and said, he said he was getting a lot of complaints from like the hotel service and agriculture industries and stuff like that. And so at some point he had said, like, it seemed like he was going to hold back, but now here we are today. They're at a farm. So,
to get from the South Bay to NorCal, I have to travel through that area. It's a mess. Man, I'm going to be flying through there now, LFG.
To get from South Bay to NorCal, I traveled through that area. Oh, really? It's a mess. I'm going to be flying there now. Thanks for the 5. So it got a little crazy earlier because they said they had to launch some tear gas. It was getting a little, there was like trucks out there too, rolling up and stuff. And the raids are continuing. They haven't stopped, and Bass and Gavin aren't happy about that. And a lot of the locals out there are not happy about that. And ICE is not interested in giving interviews. I guess the reporter said they tried to talk to them. They didn't say anything. And also, I think they said some of the people out there don't even speak English. So I guess they try to talk to some of them. They didn't have any interest in talking either, I guess. And they're wearing COVID-19 masks. This is, look at this huge farm. Some people in California too were saying the roads are empty. I don't know if people are just afraid and they're hiding. The roads are empty, less traffic. Some people are happy about that, ecstatic that they don't have to deal with traffic. Some people are like, yes. You know, I saw some posts and stuff about that. I don't know what's wrong with Facebook. I can't launch Facebook. It's some weird technical thing happening with Facebook. I can't launch on Facebook.
Friends of mine out there think the cartels have taken over some pot farms to move it out of state to make more money.
Oh, really? Think the cartels have taken over some pot? Oh. Well, it's interesting, some of the rioting that's going on in Mexico, because they don't want these people coming in there and taking their homes. I guess they say that Americans going there are driving up prices, and so the regular people out there in Mexico can't afford it or something. So they leave our country, we don't want you here, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of ironic seeing those protests too. And the Jeffrey Epstein thing is still a huge topic of conversation. Every day I'm seeing something about it. I've been watching a couple videos. Last night I was watching some videos. And the whole thing, it's very peculiar, the whole situation. So this raid, let me see if I can pull up some more information on this ICE raid. Tear gas was deployed during a protest and immigration at an immigration raid.
What we believe is a cannabis farm in Camarillo.
Yo, you called it!
We've been following this since about 11:30 or noon.
Wait, what?
We have seen some people being held. We're not sure if they're being officially detained, but we have seen some people being held and taken to the side. We have not seen any detainments or anyone being taken away in cars from this property. There have also been a few confrontations between the protesters that you see there. We believe they are over by those two cars at the bottom of your screen, and those confrontations with the federal agents. And we did also mention, or maybe earlier we mentioned, that there have been some smoke canisters thrown towards the crowd there. We have not seen anyone be seriously hurt, and you're looking at that video right now of those smoke canisters being thrown towards the crowd of protesters that showed up when the raid began. Again, that's video on the right side of your screen, and you're looking at a live picture now from Air 7, where you see those federal agents standing across the road there in a line, and you see the protesters some distance away in front of them. In terms of injuries or anyone being seriously hurt, we haven't seen any evidence of that. We did see one person being taken on a stretcher, but they did not appear to be seriously hurt. Again, you're looking at video from earlier today, around 11:30, 12, when these smoke canisters were being thrown towards the protesters by the federal agents who are there at that cannabis farm to raid that farm. And we have seen several people lined up against one of the buildings there. We believe those are the people who are being held by the federal agents, but again, we have not seen anyone being taken away in federal agent cars. So again, these are live pictures from Air 7 at this confrontation underway here, a federal raid underway at a cannabis farm in Camarillo.
Alan Thrifts, thank you for the 14 months. I don't believe so either, man. I don't believe so either, bro. There's just too much there. Anybody watch Valleytainment?
Looking at live pictures again from Air 7
on YouTube
of what we believe are military vehicles lined up on the road there. At least that is what I believe is to be true.
Look at this. Look at the vehicles there.
We're not sure the
oh, they're blocking the vehicles.
Of this
Mamma mia.
Cannabis farm in Camarillo. You see the protesters there waving Mexican flags and holding up some signs in front of the military vehicle there. And you also see that they are recording some of this activity. Some of the protesters are recording some of this activity. And this is happening at Wood and Laguna, and you now see the military vehicles advancing despite those protesters trying to make a stance and trying to stop the military vehicle from continuing on. And there's cameras rolling, cell phone cameras rolling, and this group of people are really trying to get this military vehicle to stop, and it doesn't appear that it will. It is continuing to push forward, and now the people are moving away from in front of that military vehicle, which is a good thing. We don't want to see anyone get hurt, but again, you see this grouping of military vehicles advancing toward the federal agents.
Think care, don't care.
Further down,
military
on the street.
trucks. Wow. Oh, maybe that, yeah. I could do that.
And now we see that there are some water or something else being thrown at some of the military vehicles driving by the trucks. The protesters very clearly upset by what they're seeing, trying to intervene on behalf of the people who may be detained at some point here.
Wow. Wow. How many people are they planning on taking? It's a lot of...
It's unclear what the...
a lot of vehicles.
What the purpose of those military vehicles is for being at this location.
How many people? Are they taking the weed too?
We've seen several raids in the recent weeks, over the last month, where some of the federal vehicles that detained folks, suspected illegal...
illegal? Is there any illegal operations going on there? I mean, weed's legal in Cali, you know, but...
here in California. Those people have been taken away in unmarked cars. That's what I was trying to say. But these military vehicles are unusual to see.
I get the AC rolling. It's a little hot in here.
And
192 email subscribers.
Trying to stop
Look at this guy.
Vehicle from
I never understood why people do this. Oh, he threw a drink. Threw his drink. Should tackle his ass. Tackle his tough ass. His lanky ass. Oh, he spit at the truck too. Somebody. It would have been.
A lot of emotions on behalf of those protesters who are there trying to prevent some of the folks from being detained by federal agents. Many people here in California upset by these federal raids that have been happening here in the Southland over the last month.
They might have a workaround for Facebook. So I've been having these problems. Might have to go old school, use StreamYard. What the?
Again, you are watching live pictures from Air 7. This is a federal raid underway at a cannabis farm in Camarillo, and you are looking at federal military vehicles there. And several protesters, several dozen protesters standing by and trying to intervene in this raid. We have seen some people being held, not detained necessarily, not put in any federal vehicles or unmarked cars. We haven't seen any evidence of that. There have been some confrontations. We have some video of that we can show you. Those confrontations involving smoke canisters being thrown at protesters on the scene there. Again, the video on your right is from earlier today. And you see those smoke canisters being thrown and the protesters also throwing things back at the federal agents. And to your left, you see live pictures from Air 7. Those military trucks and vehicles approaching the line of federal agents that we showed you earlier along, I believe that's Wood. Maybe the producer can correct me, but we believe that's Wood Street. And it does appear that we're seeing more protesters show up.
More protesters
and
to
those
back
federal
up.
Agents making way for the military vehicles to
The
get
artillery.
Unclear if the people who we saw earlier be held or set aside, if they're on the, they're in front of these military vehicles, and maybe these military vehicles are heading towards that group. Unclear at this time. And I'm not sure if Air 7 can show us where those folks were. Thank you.
No.
Okay. Now we're seeing a bus, U.S. Marshal Service bus. This is interesting. It's possible that some of the people that we saw being held will be boarded onto that bus. This is all speculation. We do not have much information about the operation that's underway here.
This after.
It's possible that the U.S. Marshal's bus that you're looking at right now has already been loaded with people. We're not sure. This again is speculation.
Loaded. They got people in there already? Already plugged in.
And here again, we see what looks like, you see some of the people there under that sort of big rig on blocks there. Unsure who these folks are. You also see some federal agents within that group.
What's up? What's up, Jojo?
So assuming the federal agents are blocking the road so that protesters can't reach the site of the cannabis farm where the raid is underway. And perhaps the U.S. Marshal's bus that is making its way towards this line of federal agents has been loaded with some detainees. You see there's a caravan, there's a vehicle in front, some vehicles behind it, perhaps for protection. Perhaps the folks in those vehicles following and leading are prepared to get out of those vehicles in case protesters try to intervene or try to get on the bus.
Protest. So it's a standoff, a standstill. What is going on? What's up, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me. Facebook, you guys are going to have to be patient with me. I have a workaround, but I'm going to have to tweak some stuff later on so I can fix the camera for Facebook. They did some updates or something. A couple of my softwares updated and it messed up everything. So I fixed one of the issues, but now I have this streaming issue with Facebook. But welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this Thursday afternoon. This is at a farm, apparently a cannabis farm. It's located at 645 Laguna Road in Caramillo. And the reports came in after around 11:25 a.m. Pacific time regarding a large federal law enforcement presence in the nearby fields. Witnesses saying agents were detaining workers. Another operation was also seen in progress.
Again, we continue to follow breaking news out
location.
of Camarillo. You're looking at live pictures from Air 7 where a federal raid is underway at a cannabis farm on Wood Street, we believe. We're unclear of the roads there, but you can see a line of federal agents across the road keeping protesters from making their way towards that cannabis farm. Earlier, we saw several people being held, not detained necessarily. We have not seen any of the people who were held be put into any vehicles. However, we have seen a U.S. Marshal's bus make its way out of the cannabis farm, and it's now heading towards this line of federal agents. It's possible that some of the people who were held aside have been detained and put on that bus.
And no King's Day protest faded out.
In the meantime, you see the protesters at the bottom of your screen there. They have been trying to intervene on behalf of the workers at that cannabis farm.
Oh, I have a lawsuit? Redfish says...
There have been some confrontations. We showed you earlier. We have video of smoke canisters being thrown at some of the protesters, and the protesters also throwing items back at the federal agents. You see that video there now. You see all of the smoke. You see a lot of the protesters getting video on their phones. People demanding answers from the federal agents.
So I don't think this is Glass House, maybe the wrong road, as the news said. Okay, Tall Tales from POG, let's see. Location, while near Caramillo, the facility is actually located in Ventura County on Laguna Road near Las Posas Road. They hold multiple licenses, including an adult use medium outdoor license. I don't know why I thought I was thinking explicit adult stuff, allowing them to legally grow up to 43.6K square feet of canopy. They also held a small mixed light tier 1 license in an existing greenhouse, which expired April 2024. Glass House Caramillo Cultivation LLC is described as the largest cannabis grower in Ventura County. Damn. Okay. The first cannabis cultivation permit in Ventura County was issued to Glass House for this facility. The license for Glass House Caramillo Cultivation LLC is registered under the ownership of Benjamin Vega, Graham Farah, and Hilal El Tabish, Kyle Kazan, and Mark Vendetti. Current status: as of September 2024, cannabis was being grown in 3 of the 6 greenhouses. Federal agents were seen at the nursery in Oxnard in July 2025. There's a legal marijuana grown facility there in Caramillo, Glass House. So there's a Glass House. Oh, there's a lot of people streaming out there too. Oh. Let's see what they're going on over here.
Between a citizen and non-citizen is just a piece of magic paper, no difference, they belong. Exactly. Where you at? ICE out of Oxnard, ICE out of Ventura County, bro. Did you see what happened in Mexico City? Tell that to our ancestors. MAGA is still taking smack after Mexico is helping Texas, and what is their president doing? Nothing. MAGA is still talking smack after Mexico. Exactly, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, nobody they're really ungrateful. You do, like, you know, and we're the ones, bro, that we sacrifice and we would tear off our backs to protect our people, our families, our communities, you know, and they don't see the pride in that. Like,
again,
people that don't have no pride in anything or any morals,
you saw a
don't care.
helicopter from
You know?
Customs and Border Patrol.
They won't care. They don't care.
Was,
they
flying over this property, a cannabis farm, we believe in the Camarillo area, where a federal raid is underway. You see protesters there at the bottom of your screen. Not too much has changed in the last several minutes since we have been following this. But earlier today, we did see some confrontations between the protesters and the federal agents. The last thing we saw in terms of activity was a...
So the Glass House, there was an interesting lawsuit that was pointed out. I don't know if this is Glass House, but there's kind of question, maybe. I'm going to have to look more into that. But there was a lawsuit, Catalyst versus Glass House, illicit marketing allegations. In June 2023, Catalyst Cannabis sued Glass House, accusing them of being a major black marketer selling legal cannabis through a network of burner distributors into illicit markets, even out of state. Catalyst CEO Elliot Lewis even used a whiteboard on Instagram claiming up to 75% of Glass House's sales went off track. Damn. Glass House denied the allegation, saying they strictly follow the state's metric track and trace system. Glass House's defamation countersuit and withdrawal. In response, Glass House filed a defamation suit against Catalyst in June 2023, claiming false statements, likening them to a Mexican cartel. However, after days in document production and concerns over Catalyst's ability to pay any judgment, Glass House voluntarily withdrew the suit in May 2024. Catalyst's lawsuit got tossed. Catalyst's lawsuit alleging illicit diversion and unfair business practices was dismissed in July 2024. Interesting. Look at this helicopter. This is gangster. What's that? The military out there? What is that? What are they doing? It's a military operation? They're going to cloud seed? They're going to drop tear gas on them? What's going on?
And now the U.S. Marshal's bus is on the move again.
Uh-oh, they're pushing.
And now we see those federal agents approaching the protesters. Assuming they are trying to get the protesters to back off, move away, get off the road to allow for that U.S. Marshal's bus to make its way through.
Just my COVID acting up.
These protesters have definitely been very vocal. They have also thrown some items towards the federal agents, water bottles we've seen.
What's the weather? Arrímate con el alcalde. Muchas gracias, muy amable por esa información. Es el alcalde de la ciudad de Ojo. Pídele ayuda. Pídele. Arrímate ahorita. Yeah, ask for help. They could probably help you. Los gritos de la niña necesita mamá. ¿Qué es lo que va a pasar ahí?
No sé, nosotros también es parte de los problemas que no nos están informando, ¿no? No sabemos qué está pasando.
Y ustedes no pueden hacer nada para...
No, es el problema, es la batalla que tenemos, ¿no? Que como yo como alcalde estamos limitados en lo que podemos hacer, ¿no? Por eso que estamos hablando con el gobernador y el senador para que estamos hablando de operaciones federales, ¿no? Y ellos tienen el derecho a venir aquí a hacer sus operaciones y ese sistema en que vivimos, y es un problema. Es muy frustrante lo que está ocurriendo.
Frustrating, what's happening?
Sí, la niña.
Thank you, Layla. Oh, damn, I didn't check my mail today. I got a bunch of mail for you guys. Turn off the labs. Got that ready. You missed the chase today, G-Wagon.
¿Ustedes tienen familia ahí?
Oh, there was a police chase in Florida?
Sí.
oído de ellos algo?
Thanks, Ice. I see you. I just saw you. Ice. I called you Ice. I don't know if she's here. I see you. Thank you.
¿Cómo se llama tu mami? Okay.
¿Tú hablas inglés o español solamente?
¿Ya te pudiste comunicar con ellos? Nada, para nada.
What are you gonna do, Sharky? Hey, are you gonna let that shit live? Hey, are you gonna let that shit live?
I think she's having a connection.
Go home, Nazis! Go home, Nazis!
More people pulling up, getting out of their car.
That a bus is coming out.
Say, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? He's talking crap.
The other way?
Looks like the cops telling him to get out of here. Get your car out of here. I'm not going anywhere. I'll die for this. Oh, they're pushing back. You better get in your car. I'll never back off. Okay, I'll back off. Get his ass out of here. Pull him out of the car. The distraction from the Epstein list. Ooh, tear gas. Y'all better run. Skedaddle. Wind is blowing towards the cops, though. That's the problem. So that tear gas is they're throwing it at the protesters, but the gas is flying back towards the cops. You know, these people over here getting it hard.
The National Guard is coming. Okay, should we leave already? We're ready. Baby, back up. Baby.
I'm getting out of here. Oh, the truck's rolling.
The ICE vehicles are coming this way. If you're willing to come and stand in those construction vehicle and block the road like you're seeing some other vehicles do. If you put your body on the line as we did this morning, they will throw tear gas at you. We do have water, we do have milk. Keep that in mind. Grab a mask if you do not already have a mask.
Yes, tear gas ruining the weed? Or will it make it stronger?
You're trying to get shot?
Those kids these days, it's not normal weed anymore. It's like cracked out. So they gotta get the highest level of ingredients. They gotta be the most plastered. Maybe the tear gas will add another level of chemical intoxication. Yeah, the strongest of the strong. Let's see what happened to her. Did they tear gas her? Oh, she ended the live. Maybe she got tear gassed. Let's see. Let's check this person. Bus is going through. I guess the bus might be loaded with people. Oh shit! This guy almost ran his ass over.
Mi amiga.
Step aside. They're running your ass over, man.
Ahí van los migrantes.
He's saying there goes the immigrants. The migrants.
Hijo de su madre, se puso bien feo, mi gente. USA macho. Llevan los gases, a ver si no me va mal. Pídanle a Dios que ya se los llevaron. Se los llevan en los bases.
It's pretty wild, though. I mean, I wonder how many people.
Gases, corro porque me va.
I wonder how much they rounded up today.
Cabrones.
If it's Glass House, Glass House has had some controversy. So let's say this is Glass House. Anybody know? Anybody confirm?
Los Ángeles que se ven marchas masivas, aquí no hay quien vea por nuestra gente. Somos muy pocos. Llevaron la gente del campo. Y es el primero de los bases, o sea, ya se han estado llevando gente.
Yeah, they say Glass House Farms locations on Central Coast. Santa Barbara Independent, a couple articles saying it's a Glass House. If they can pull off...
Aquí yo no aguanto la cara del ardor del gas. Mejor me retiré un poquito.
If it's just getting farm workers, okay. But if they're able to pull off that we're investigating this company and they had some illegal stuff going on, that would be like a double whammy.
Qué triste.
But that company has the money. They
Si
can hire
vieron
some
el bus
people.
lleno de migrantes, de gente que ya se llevaron de campesinos, para ser más específicos. Aquí en Camarillo, condado de Ventura, estado de California.
If you ain't choking, you ain't smoking. I don't like the choke thing, man. It makes me like feel disgusting. Your throat's burning. And then if you get high, all you feel is your throat burning the whole time.
Oye, salió un vaso, ahorita hay más. ¿Sí? ¿Cuántos?
And you're self-conscious.
¿Hasta dónde llegaste? Yo estuve hasta allá mero enfrente con ellos, pero nos estaban golpeando ya con las gomas.
And you close your eyes, and you open your eyes back, and you're in your friend's, girlfriend's chest, and you're wondering what happened, and everybody's
Por
smiling.
donde quiera, o sea, entraron los militares.
And you go upstairs to the bed. Oh.
Ayudar a la migra a llevarse a los campesinos.
Never again, Dabs. Never again. No, hell no, man. Fuck that shit. We're gonna dab, bro. We're gonna do dabs. Hell no, man. It's the crack of weed. Hell no. It's the meth of weed. It's the only way I do it, bro, is dabs. It's the purest form. Wax. You gotta use a blowtorch and melt that shit. Isn't that crazy? You know that shit's crazy. You gotta blowtorch the wax weed or whatever.
Miren, para que entiendan, es gente campesina. Agarren la onda.
Never again, man. Oh, jeez, they had to give me a
Pasaron de verga. Yo no soy vulgar, pero perdónenme, de verdad que me duele el corazón.
It's crazy, dude. I was like, what the? I gotta go. I think I gotta take advantage of it.
Over there? ¿Todavía quedan bases? Ya te dieron, hija. Sí, no, a varios nos tocó, ni modo.
Jesus.
Por eso les digo, chicos, no se vengan en shorts, vénganse tapaditos.
I gotta go.
Agarrar un agua.
Are you sure? Yeah, I gotta go.
Si vienen, otra vez traigan leche, agua, máscara. La leche sirve muchísimo. Es lo único que tenemos para defendernos la gente, es leche para cuando te cae el gas, porque duele y arde a morir.
People was milk when they gas it.
Can I take a water? ¿Me da un agua? Thank you, gracias. Thank you. Traigan agua, mi gente.
So it looks like the buses went through. They had a lot of military vehicles out there too, even a helicopter. Man, they had like a Black Hawk. It wasn't a Black Hawk, but I don't know what kind of chopper that was out there. They had some serious operation. They're not stopping, and we're not asking for permission because Bass is not happy, Gavin's not happy, and we're doing it with or without your permission. It's going to have some massive effects too with these jobs. Traffic, no traffic now. Look up Glass House Marijuana Ventura Delivery. Oh shit. Chat. Deliver, huh? Purple Gush. 3.5 grams by Glass House Farms. They got a website. Man, they got a nice website.
Can't stop, won't stop. YouTube won't let me enter the DHS hotline.
Oh, really? Are you serious? I've turned the chat restrictions to the lowest possible because I was getting actually for the chat comments on regular videos, I completely turned it off, the restriction, because even on the lowest setting, hundreds of people's comments are getting blocked and I couldn't keep up like having to approve it, so I turned it off. And now every once in a while comments still get blocked in the regular video chat. But they got a fancy website, Cannabis California. explore our farm. Wow. Man, look at that. The crystals and stuff, whatever. Wow. Oh, they got this guy's car? Did they arrest him or he left the vehicle behind? Roll with us, Glasshouse Farms. Powered by the sun, grown by the sea. Handcrafted cannabis from the California coast. Boot tap water. That's my hometown, yeah? Camarillo High, class 91. Everybody was high in school, probably, right? In high school. But today was a big raid. I'm very curious to know the numbers of how many people were actually taken. I wonder if there's going to be any more retaliatory protests because of today. They went and targeted farms. Damn. I thought they were going to leave the farms alone. Oh, y'all be crying when there's no produce, fruit, or staples for you all. Staples? Staples is from Mexico or something? Staples. Weed farm, man. What? How are they gonna get the weed farm? That's the real travesty in all this, is the weed farm targeted. Ranch Life says, no, you should have some empathy for these people. I don't know who those people are, you know what I'm saying? But like, I've said it multiple times, I do feel empathy for, like, you know, people that have been here for a long time, just working for decades. I mean, I understand the laws being enforced now, but I do feel like, you know, but I don't know what this operation is and what happened over here, you know? We gotta wait and see what comes from it. You know, why there's that one guy, and we watched it together on one of the live streams. There's that one guy that was, I think it was Iranian, and his wife was Iranian. They voted for Trump, and his wife got deported. Or she was in a holding facility. They were about to deport her. They're investigating her. And, like, he said he was sad, but...
He told you to leave. Listen when he talks.
To me, he seemed happy. He didn't really seem too torn up about his wife getting taken away. And they were like, oh, we'll support Trump. He's like, yeah, I'll still support him. The kids were kind of crying and stuff. But I really believe that guy deep down was, like, excited, like, happy about whatever was happening. He seemed like he had a pep in his step. Yeah, they took her, but, you know, things happen. I was like, wow. I was like, dang. Imagine some of these people, like, stuck in a bad marriage, and then they come and deport your significant other, and it's kind of like a relief and shit. Right? Like, oh, wow, well. I had a side chick. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, that video was just like, wow. Somebody said, too, with husbands like that who needs enemies or some shit. It was funny. The Elon stuff, man. Something's gonna have to give. Elon and Trump. Something's gonna have to give. Because the last couple of days I've been watching a little bit of the Epstein stuff. Ooh, check this out. So there's a post. I'm going to show it to you for a second, and then I'm just going to read it off screen. So former Epstein lawyer Alan Dershowitz says he has personally seen the entire list of individuals in the Epstein case, and it is being deliberately suppressed to protect certain powerful figures. And I honestly, I believe that. I do believe that. That's my whole disappointment. One of my biggest disappointments with this whole, just recently, I don't know, with this whole, I feel like people were bamboozled. We were bamboozled. It's kind of been smoke and mirrors, especially when they had those influencers with these little binders of nothing, or just information everybody had already. And then for them to say there's no list. So I started going back and watching stuff a little bit when I had time, you know, Epstein videos, some of the victims and stuff, some of the stories. I've only watched 3 videos, but like on my free time when I'm just cleaning and stuff, I just Dershowitz is on the Epstein list allegedly. I don't know. I think they should just release it. Oh, and you know what's so there was this video. I gotta share this with you guys. This was, and I want to know what you think about it, since like Epstein just seems to be the damn topic, right? What's this video that I watched the other day? It was last night, actually. I'll play a little bit of it. They changed the home screen again. YouTube.
Have you ever seen Patrick Bet-David's show?
Oh, it's my favorite. Also, if he's watching, because I know you've been on it, and Jay.
So I'm just gonna play a little snippet of this, but that's Hassan, which extreme super leftist, whatever. Don't agree with him at all. And that's Sam Cedar, his show. I listen to his show sometimes because I like to listen to the other side. Like I like to hear different.
Alan better keep his mouth closed cause he on DLIST.
They're on the D list. But the whole thing I wanted to show you was they were talking about this argument that happened on the Valuetainment show. I think it's between Vinny, I think his name was Vinny, right? And the other guy on the show. Check this out.
Powerful what do you mean we are built? Define that. Do you mean our entire country? Our entire government? Our entire FBI, CIA?
I'm saying this. Whoever,
this is one little operation that they don't want to expose.
Whoever he was working for, Epstein, Mossad, CIA, everything. Apparently, the most powerful people on the world were flying to an island and having sex with underage kids because she said it. There's tens of thousands of hours of them doing it. If we're built on that and the most powerful people that are running the show are in charge, the guys telling Cash Patel, the thing that you just read, shut up. Shut up about it. Hold on, you know who I am. He knows who I am. I want accountability for everybody. If it's Trump, if it's Bill Gates, if it's Bill Clinton, I don't care. If it's the president of anything. Expose them, because Adam, the truth has to come out.
Okay, so I only have one question for you, my dear friend. I agree with you, but at what price?
Isn't that odd though? This guy's trying to argue why it shouldn't come out and like at what price, and he continues to do this for a while. I thought it was kind of strange.
But hold on, hear me out. Price. At what price?
At any price, Adam.
So you're saying to expose whatever happened on Epstein Island, you're willing to do whatever this looks like.
Yes.
Tear down the government, expose all the secrets, put America
pause it for a second.
basically in harm's way.
Now it seems like, I don't want to be siding with Vinny here.
Yeah, no, I do. That's why I love him.
But it seems like Adam is suggesting that if this list comes out, our government's going to fall.
Yeah.
And that would imply that Donald Trump is on that list.
Yeah.
Like, in a big
Christine
way.
Pelosi, remember that when she said some of our faves are going to be implicated?
Yeah.
Nancy Pelosi's daughter.
I just want to skip past this part here. Can watch him again.
Keep playing this. Expose all the secrets. Put America basically in harm's way just to find out what's up.
What do you mean?
Yes.
Adam,
Because these are the most powerful people in the world.
Yeah.
They're apparently on this island.
Adam, so let the truth be told or the heavens fall. I don't care. Yeah, Adam, and that's what Vince Oshana is. I am 100% accountability, and I don't give a if Adam. If that's what we were built on,
what price?
I don't give a shit.
Tearing
There's
down
no
America.
price. Guess what the price is, Adam? God.
So
God's
you want
the price.
to rule a city of ashes?
I don't give a shit if it's built on pedophilia and raping kids. But yes, because
you're being
Some
emotional.
say releasing
No, I'm not.
the list
Being real.
repairs the fabric of society. I say WTF
Really?
kind of society are we living in, and why would we want to protect that?
Thanks for the 10. That's exactly. I agree with Vinny here. Just like if we're really hiding this thing, just put it out.
Oh, you took that chip pool.
Because
you're being emotional.
No, I'm not. I'm being
You
real.
have to understand. Oh, you took that Tim Pool thing. You did the Tim Pool thing. But you want to cut your whole nose off and ruin your entire face because you care that much about this
Adam,
entire
if
issue.
the machine is running right now,
Can you pause it for a
because
second?
Pedophiles.
I'm sorry, but he has spent the last 3 minutes being like, pedophilia, is it worth really getting this upset and emotional over sex trafficking of minors that I also admit our elites are partaking in? Is it really that big of a deal? Can you calm down about this? It's like, how did this happen?
Also, this is relatively calm for Vinny. I mean,
Vinny is hilarious. I like Vinny, but I agree with the argument here as far
Knock
as
it down. And my last thing, pal, what bothered me about what he said is we're not going to re-victimize the girls and the victims. We're not going to do it.
Cash?
Yes, yeah, Cash. Guess what? Nobody wants to see any girl. I don't want to see any kids, male, boy, underage. Blur them out. But who's the guy that's touching them? Who's the guy that's molesting them and raping them? This is a horrible argument. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't.
Look at Patrick. My God. Anyway, yeah, I was just kind of watching this, and it was kind of interesting. You know, there's like a divide happening. I've been watching all this stuff on X and everywhere else. There's just like somewhat of a divide that's happening on the right with the Epstein stuff and also the Iran stuff too, you know. But the Iran stuff's kind of, I guess we've moved on. So it's just, I don't know, it's this crazy, messy situation where a lot of people on either side, oh, look at these people lined up. A lot of people on either side are like, this is bullshit. Like there's something being hidden here or whatever. And you guys, it's not just that. You guys have been talking about it all this time, that there's this list, transparency. Now it's not there. That doesn't exist. Imagine guy? I don't know. So it looks like these people, I wonder if this has been detained over here. This is, wow. They probably, I mean, I wonder how many employees this place has. A full-time farm staff. See if they have any other people on the ground. Yeah, yeah. Americans don't eat produce, we eat fast food. True. On a large scale.
Thanks for all the great coverage and commentary and the time you put into your channel.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the 20. Thanks for the coverage, commentary, and time for the channel. Appreciate that. Thank you, Redfish. I was kind of taking the day off. I said I was only going to jump on if something crazy breaking happened, and so I saw this. I stepped in like 10 minutes before this live stream, and this literally went live. I'm like, oh, stop. We're going to check this out. Rhonda Knox, thank you for the 10. Fox got off too. See if there's anybody else live. Oh yeah, there was some TikTokers out there. Okay, TLA.
More paramedics have been requested. That
got another channel. I've never seen this channel before. Oh, they got off too. Check your text. Both of my phones are dying. I don't know how I have two phones and they're both dying. Oh, congrats to your son, Marine Mom. Wait, what is that? I don't know what this picture is. Is this your kids? Oh, I see your kids. Oh, here, they got another live. They came back. We're not leaving! No, why should we have to leave? I'm not leaving. I wonder how that sound really sounds. I mean, I've seen the word re, but like, it's just re, or it's like, hey, or how's it go? Huh? Oh, somebody getting arrested. Somebody getting arrested. What is this, a camp? It's a concentration camp? Re. That's how you do it. Re. Somebody got arrested. Detained. They got arrested. What is that, a makeshift? I'm not sure. There's some cardboard boxes with masks in the middle. No audio, by the way. Damn. Tokyo started flooding too. All these places are flooding. Tokyo's flooding too? Bob Jones, can you email me at my email and just send me the link to your account? I can do that. That guy in a wheelchair? Guy in a wheelchair out there.
If Dershowitz knows who is on the list, isn't he just as guilty for not letting the world know himself?
Yeah, it's kind of weird that people are saying, hey, these people on the list end up releasing or mentioning. Some of them have, I guess. It's about swore in today. Oh, your daughter swore in. Oh, amazing. Okay, I couldn't tell what was going on here. Wow.
Nobody wants to say it's AI causing the floods with all the water it evaporates in its usage. That water has to come back sooner or later.
Protests. They said Jeff Bezos is unloading a bunch of money. Jeff Bezos just offloaded another 108 million worth of Amazon stock. This comes just 2 days after selling 665 million. What's going on? Uh-oh, Amazon. What's going on with Amazon? The end of the world. The end of the world. The weed farms are being targeted. Oh, nice. Standoff.
They are adding more agents to the line. If you don't already have a water bottle in your hand, please grab a water bottle. Rinse it on your face if you get tear gas in your face. If you see a tear gas canister, pour water on the canister to turn it off. This is a peaceful protest. We have the right to witness what they're doing inside of that warehouse today is wrong. So if you haven't already, please take your phones out and record what happens here today. Help yourself. If you see a tear gas canister, move away from it unless you're moving to put water on it. Don't look at it, don't touch it unless you're putting water on it. Move away, look away.
Hey, General, what's up?
Yeah.
Yeah, water.
I'm gonna go check on the water.
Just pass.
They're in the car. They have the keys in them. Where? Which way? To the left or to the right? Sorry. Help yourself. Yeah, whatever you guys want. There's cold ones in there. Yeah.
Oh Lord, back it up, Terry.
I'm backing up that.
Grab a water bottle.
They're mad at me. Everybody, screen record, please. Screen record this shit. We're right here in the front lines and shit.
ICE raids California marijuana farms operated by state licensed business as part of large immigration crackdown. Let's see. Said it's not targeted against the farm itself. Island, thank you. Oh Lord, back it up, Terry. I missed them. Island, thank you. Thank you for the membership as well. Crazy times, man. Crazy times. The end of the live. TikTok. Becky. Let's see what Becky has. We're not going anywhere. Okay, those lives ended. Let's see. Jenny. Oh, there was some really funny shit. Oh, here's somebody else out there. Damn, this shit is crazy. This guy made it out there. We gotta show this. The realist is out there. It's a serious ass operation out there, man. Let me show you something. Hold on. I'm trying to load this up. Coming. Look at the helicopter. Wow. Doesn't want to load. Doesn't. Why don't you want to load?
I'm over here with sweats and a sweater on. Honestly, I just heard about it and I was like, all right, let's go, man.
Let's go.
An hour. And
hour to drop?
Get here. Well, I dropped it down to like 40 minutes, but we're here, chat. We're here. This is nothing to me. I love this heat, y'all. I love this heat, man. But y'all pray for my people, man. Pray for them, y'all. We're getting treated like animals, you guys. It does not take all those officers, man. Look at this. Nobody's getting nothing at this point, yo. Y'all double tap that screen, chat. That's crazy, man. I didn't even think about it. Nothing, y'all. I was just like, let's go. I don't care about no gas. I don't care about none of that, y'all. Let's go. That's crazy, man. It's ridiculous out here. Look at all the people out here, man. I don't like seeing this. Look at this. He's landing already. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He's landing. He's landing.
Landing.
He's landing right there. Look.
Oh shit. Oh.
Look at that. Look at
Whoa.
that.
Whoa.
Thank you, Monkey. Thank you for the hand hearts. Thank you for the hand hearts. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate you guys. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. You guys don't have to. Honestly, you guys don't have to send logos. You guys just double tap the screen. Y'all share the live, guys. I need y'all to share the live, man. I need y'all to share the live, y'all. That's what I need y'all to do, man. Spread the word, y'all. Spread the word, you guys. I need y'all to share the live, y'all. That's what I need y'all to do, man.
Down the field.
That's crazy, man. Double tap that screen, chat. Double tap that screen, man. Follow the weed.
What about the weed? Is it safe? Is it still safe to buy product?
all the streamers, bro. If y'all in LA, bro, y'all gotta come out here. Y'all gotta come out here, man. Everybody, bro. I'm talking about everybody, bro. We have a voice. We have a platform. You better make sure your people.
They got Black Hawks, man. They need to bring tanks, military tanks, B-2 stealth bomber, Bearcats, Marines.
I need everybody to be out here, you guys. I don't want nobody just doing streams in LA. Y'all, everybody needs to hear. Everybody needs to see this. Everybody needs to share this, y'all. I don't care if you're in LA. I don't care if you can come here, come here. If y'all can come here, y'all can come here, man. Come on now. All the streamers, bro. All the streamers. We have a voice for a reason. We have a platform for a reason, you guys. Doesn't matter if you're big, small. It does not matter. I don't know where I'm at, yo. I'm in Carmelillo. Somewhere, you guys. I just got the notification and I went. No questions asked. We on that. We're going to the front. I'm frontlining. At this
To the
point,
front line.
I had enough of that.
Look at that chopper. Wow. That thing is ready.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Lord almighty. Sticky Cheeks, what's up, man? Thank you so much for the 10.
Mel, happy Thursday. I hope you and your family are well. Thank you again for the spectacular coverage as always.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I'm good. We're all good. Appreciate it, man. I had a relaxed day. Might do some, I gotta go to Home Depot. Buy some soil. I'm gonna do some gardening this evening or tomorrow. I don't know. Weekend, maybe. Oh, today's Thursday. I keep thinking it's Friday.
You guys got masks?
Yeah, we got masks here.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Can I get two?
Yeah. Here you
No,
go.
can I get one of the other ones? These right here?
These ones? Yeah.
Yeah.
They're throwing tear gas.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
Okay,
Appreciate it very
you're
much.
welcome.
Thank you.
I wonder if those masks help with tear gas. The N95, those things.
Gotta put a mask on because I'm not gonna lie, you guys.
This is who is this here? Oh, the realist. Realist is out there. Some people are concerned about the weed and the quality, and it hasn't been affected. Who else is gonna maintain the weed farms, marijuana farms?
We're here, Chad. We're here. Oh, did I put this mask on right? Oh, alright. Man.
I have Celestial Pearl Daniel. I have 3 of those. They had babies recently. I have Neon Green Raspora. I have those. I like those a lot. The new ones that I got recently were they're called Emerald. Raspora Emerald? Let me see. Raspora Emerald. Raspora Emerald Dwarfs. Oh no, it doesn't even look like that though. That's not it. Raspora Emerald. Let me see. I thought I got this doesn't look like it with the ones I'm looking up. I'm gonna have to research what the hell I got. I thought I had Raspora Emerald. It doesn't look like that in the pictures that I'm looking at.
Wolf, 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 yo Mel. Get to DA choppa.
Hey, get to the chopper! I gotta figure out which ones I bought recently. There's some nice ones that I bought that I have like these little blue eyes. And then I have White Wolf, thank you so much for the 10. I have a bunch of shrimp in there. That's why I'm picky with the fish, because I don't want the shrimp to get eaten. So I have a bunch of Neocardina, I think different colors. Yes, I even have some black shrimp in there. They're all black. They look pretty dope. Black, red, yellow. There's some ones that are kind of transparent, brownish looking. Blue. I have some free blue ones in there. In case you were wondering, there is black representation.
They're trying to make a trail.
In my fish tank.
They're trying to make a trail.
I would have got in trouble. There was some quota I had to meet. No, they actually look really cool, though. I'll try to find out the other name. And then I have these amazing plants in there, too. And I have a CO2 setup. I have a tank that looks like a diving tank. Oh, it is an emerald. I guess they have different types of emerald. The emerald one that I have is this one. Emerald Dwarf Respora. And what's cool about it, his eyes look blue under the light. It has like a tint of blue in his eyes, which is really cool. I bought those recently. No redfish. The Celestial Daniel pearls, they have like a reddish grayish look. They look really pretty. They had a baby, so there's a small one in there. Celestial Pearl Daniel. I want more of these. I just don't want to have too much right now in the tank. I want to let the tank settle. The bio load and stuff. That's what they look like. These right here, these are very pretty. They're very like chill and kind of shy and peaceful. I love fish tanks too, man. I got hooked. I got hooked, man. Who got deported? I'm new to the game. I'm new to the fish tank game, but I got sucked in, man, like crazy. So whenever I get a new place, I could see myself probably getting another one or something, you know. The glowfish would eat my shrimp. I don't have those. I know which ones you're talking about. They would eat my shrimp. I wanted those. Those are pretty.
Spread the word, man. Spread the word, yeah.
Oh, you got shrimp too? And guppies? Crawdads. Look at that. Crawdads. Let's see if you can see them. Oh, those are cool. Those are really cool, yeah. I'd love to have some crawdads. Those would eat the shrimp. No, that yeah. Jodo, thank you for the 10. I appreciate it. Oh, I think we lost the feed. Let me get it back up. Yeah, I love fishing. It's like fun, all the different things that I've been learning, and sometimes not the so nice things like I have these worms in there that are not good. I actually bought some traps for them. For some reason that muted. Or maybe, oh, I think he muted his, maybe he's muting his audio is what it is. I have, let me see what type of worm it is. I think it's Demetrius.
Love to Maddie and you, Mel. My kids have an animal farm at their house.
Oh,
6
that's nice.
cats, 3 dogs,
Oh my
chickens,
God.
iguanas.
Not Demetrius. Oh, what I have. So oh, what's going on here? Making a move. I have planaria, which are horrible kind of worms to have in your tank. And so I bought some traps. And I'm going to try it out. It's like this little trap thing. You put something in there to lure them in. And it's these very, very little tiny holes, and all the worms go inside and you take it out. I don't want to have to use chemical in my tank. It's kind of risky. So I'm going to try the traps out and see how it goes. A lot of people calling weed drugs like it's synthetic. Most don't even realize You have an endocannabinoid receptor system specifically for cannabis as medicine. Did you see that study that came out recently where they were trying to say that like there's some type of increased risk now with weed, like cardiac risk, some type of new study or something? I mean, if you were gonna pick anything out of all the shit there is out there, weed's probably the best thing. Like alcohol or, you know, drug. I'm not saying there's nothing there's no kind of side effects. It's not for everybody. You know, it made me anxious and stuff, and I could only there was a whatever one it is that's like chill. That's the only one I could smoke sometimes in the evening. But I'm not a functional. I can't function on it. Some people can function and do all kinds of stuff. I can't function on that. But it's better than alcohol and all this other stuff, pills and whatever. But I also think it can, if you have some mental health problems, it could probably agitate latent mental health problems. Look at this ambulance trying to get through for first response. AMR. Yeah.
Did you see they caught a cartel kingpin and another guy on the Interpol red list in Nebraska?
No, I haven't heard about that. Julie. Oh, I didn't realize that was you. Love to matter. Oh, okay. We have to catch up too. We got to talk. It's been a while. I thought about you the other day. I need to catch up. This guy pauses live. Cartel kingpin in Nebraska. John, I used to have a friend that would hook me up sometimes, but it's been, I don't know what happened. To me, it was like a once in a blue moon thing. A little bit before you go to bed, it was like relaxing. But I do think it's better than alcohol. Alcohol is just like so destructive to your body and your organs, and then all the mental effects, and you're saying shit, doing crazy shit. No. The worms were making noise in the tank. The noise that was coming from the tank was something called a katydid. Somehow I had a katydid on the top of my tank because I have these plants growing outside. The roots are in the water, but the plants are like sitting outside of the tank. And so I think I brought in a katydid. That's the thing with the plants with the fish tanks. You got to be really careful. You can bring in all kinds of stuff. There's snails and the worms and eggs that attach themselves to these plants, and then you go to the store, you buy a plant, you don't think much of it, you put it in your fish tank. All of a sudden, now you have this infestation of whatever it is. Yeah. Oh, he got off now, I guess. He got off. Katie did. Let's see, Layla. Oh, there's another person out there.
Mayor Bass, please, thank you so much for your time.
Mayor Bass.
Take off my mask and my nose hurts. Front. Michaela. We're gonna take my name. Oh, that's not your name. Safe. They need medical training. Do you have any medical training? For what? I don't know. They're asking for somebody over there. Also, right here, where the microphone is at. No, I think she was asking for somebody.
It's Destiny, isn't it?
Okay. What's about today?
Do you want me to follow you around?
Yeah. I'm trying to find. ¿Ustedes pueden ser voluntarios? Yeah, for the first aid section. Just because, like, we don't know how intense it could be. We don't know what's gonna happen, and we do need a first aid section for people. A lot of people, it's their first time. They're trained, right? And so we just need support, like maybe helping over some volunteers that can lead in that work. Yeah. But we're looking for Daisy because we're gonna give her the fly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, vamos para allí.
She's right here in the.
All right, sorry I had to take that. It was the car, man. I've been dealing with this thing with my car.
Destiny con tu flag, hija.
I had to get corporate involved, and so they called me back. Now we got a better feed.
Ser corruptos igual que Donald Trump.
There's more people gathering out there. I'm thinking more people are kind of showing up in support of the people that were taken away. And so, I mean, it's not that big of a crowd, I guess, but they've been calling out other people to come over there. Bansky, what's up? Is this all over the mailman? No, I wonder what. I think that guy had to turn around and back out and leave. Oh my god, feed the alligators. So you know that later on today there's going to be something as far as Newsom or I don't know why I can't think Bass saying they're going to say something about this. So this is unprecedented. This is uncalled for. They're going to do something later.
De gente emigrante, somos hijos de parientes emigrantes y nosotros sabemos lo difícil que es para.
So the farm had made a post to the farm that got raided. They made a tweet. I had it somewhere. Somebody sent it to me. They just acknowledged that they're cooperating with law enforcement. Oh, here it is. Glass House Brands. They're probably going to get blowback later. Cooperated? Why? Let's see. Yeah, it says Glass House Farms were visited today by ICE officials. The company fully complied with agent search warrants and will provide further updates if necessary. If necessary. What are you going to do about it? You hire hardworking workers and support what they're doing right now? Did you give them permission and you knew about this? Huh? Of course they did. They're not going to do anything about it except hire more once these workers are deported. Relax, everyone. I guarantee you they were not surprised by this. They're fully compliant. Were you working with the administration, huh? Are you in on it? Oh, they're going to get some backlash. Uh-oh. More people coming up. Well. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna hop off for a bit because I gotta take Maddie to the park. I told her I was gonna take her to the park. We found a new park, and she's been like fascinated or just in love with the park. We've been going the last couple days. We got audio now. Who's left? Oh, he came back. I came back from the dead. Just got here. Messy. Protest. Peaceful. Protest. 8. Oh no.
Looks like there's some new positions that opened up out on the farm. Anyone need a job?
Can we all just get along and love each other? Can we? Okay. We got Facebook fixed a little bit. Like, he got off again. Oh.
It's tragic and it's uncalled for.
What happened?
So much. Now, interest in a case of Jans, so there's
in terms of the warm climate, cold
climate. So, hold on. There's some drama. We're gonna cover this real quick and then we'll go.
About 20 months leading up, and I'm just a big time for a tornado.
All right, welcome back in here to the line from Fox. I'm Andy Mack. It is 3:30 out west, and we're still monitoring this shot as the standoff between law enforcement, not exactly sure who they are affiliated with, but also protesters, people on the ground. You can see them blocking traffic in 2 directions. It's really a 2-lane road. They're near Oxnard, California. Not exactly sure when or ensure accident.
This is ridiculous. Domestic
road in Santa Barbara.
On domestic soil, acting like military. This is ridiculous. You have any idea what the mission is? I have no idea. They don't even communicate with us. This Trump administration, ICE, Secretary Noem or Noem,
contact that.
They don't communicate with anyone. That's why we are providing as much oversight as possible. That's why I came here as soon as possible today to observe what's happening. And clearly, this is overkill and ridiculous.
Anybody in D.C. right now? Do they know what's going on here?
They're doing these raids throughout the state and other places in the country. And they seem to have coordinated them at the same time. I got word that there's one going on in Oxnard right now.
Did they tell you how many people they think?
They haven't said anything. They haven't given us any information. Only a card. So I got a person a call from ICE, the government affairs person.
1-800 number.
In,
looks like they just made it.
Is there a number?
So this is a piece of a projectile that they
The flashbang.
that they threw out, a flashbang in the crowd near children. This is dangerous. It could have hurt someone. It could have hurt a child. Let alone
It did hurt a child. It did hurt a child.
This is ridiculous.
Why do you have a kid out there?
Let me say again, I serve in the Marine Corps. These folks are dressed like military personnel on our domestic United States streets. This is ridiculous. It's overkill.
Oh, look at this. Oh, tear gas.
On our streets is not what America's all about.
Oh my God, what happened? Tear gas? Snap. Oh. Run. Y'all better run. Y'all better run.
Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit. I like that.
Wow. Oh, they're kicking it off. They're kicking it off to the farm, to the weed. Poor weed plants. Oh. I wonder if those vehicles had more people inside. I guess. I wonder if they'll rob the weed plants. Did they steal the weed? Hey, that bud, I don't know if it's going to be so good for you smoking that weed.
Down in the Oxnard, Ventura County area, as you can see, this immigration enforcement operation potentially that went down earlier. We were on the ground. We did see the representative Carvajal there, but you can see protesters, demonstrators gather as the word spreading to people in this region, a very rural portion of California. And it's interesting to see how rural it is just in proximity to Los Angeles and that major metropolitan area. So this is what we're watching. You see the signage out, people potentially chanting on the ground, but this is just some brief images that we're getting in here on Live Now from Fox of this as they were on the ground as multiple agents arrived at a farm on Laguna Road around 11 a.m. Several protesters and federal agent class during a raid at a farm. So this is just what we're looking at here on Live Now from Fox. I do want to put up this other picture here of some different scene. And I believe this is very close in proximity, not the exact same location, but you can see immigration enforcement people with tactical gear, white vans lined up in this parking lot. Don't know if this is a farm, some sort of commercial building right now, but you can see there with a lot of tactical gear. We did see some potentially tear gas being dispersed earlier on around the vicinity where the Representative Carbajal, he was at. It's going to be big. I don't know if that was the farm location. There have been two different locations very close in proximity there in Ventura County, near Santa Barbara, that area northwest of Los Angeles, if you're familiar with the area. So this is very far from centrally located. We saw different raids and protest demonstrations in the downtown area of Los Angeles. This This is about the opposite of that in terms of just the urban jungle that it is. As it zooms out, you can see the farms probably for as far as the eye can see. You can see law enforcement, the sheriff on hand with tactical gear, SWAT potentially as well. Clearly a farm of some kind, not exactly sure what produce, what vegetation is a part of this, but the sheriff, I'm not exactly sure what that might be. California Highway Patrol might be associated with this, but law enforcement on the ground. Don't see any protesters in terms of this vantage point. You can see, I don't know if there's two different crops there in Camarillo, California, as raids underway. And we saw a change, an altering of the immigration policy, comments from President Trump about farm workers in recent months as they were maybe scaling back some of those enforcement operations in California. This, I believe, the first time for me at least that I've seen something like this of this magnitude with this show of force in a rural area, in an agricultural area, a smaller community there, and you can see them lined up, maybe potentially to move people off the street. And as we saw protesters, demonstrators block a highway in Southern California, this is a road that would be easy to block, and you can see them. This might be a tactical kind of strategy that they're looking at, some practice of some kind to potentially practice for what's to come or what will happen. I'm not exactly sure if this is operational or tactical in terms of what they're doing, but you can see multiple lines of people and quite a bit of law enforcement. I don't believe and I don't know exactly who these individuals are associated with at this point. If they are National Guard, if they're Marines, unlikely those two. More likely that they're just local law enforcement, state law enforcement associated with California or Ventura County, Santa Barbara, somewhere in that region. But somewhere with Los Angeles County. I'm not exactly sure if those are who they're associated with, but this is likely given that we saw National Guard members simply outside protecting federal property on the ground in Los Angeles. So an interesting vantage point, to say the least, as we're monitoring this shot and also a very different shot there just up the road a little bit here on Live Now from Fox. I do want to put up both of these images side by side to showcase what we're looking at. And I don't know exactly how close in proximity these two locations are, but plenty of people on hand in California in the Ventura County area. So information very sparse at this point. Multiple agents arrive at a farm. According to Fox 11 team, video from the scene showed multiple people confronting agents on the road near the field. Tear gas, smoke bombs were thrown into the crowd multiple times throughout the day, but it was unclear exactly by whom they were tossed by. Large-scale immigration raids have been occurring in Southern California since early June as part of President Trump's campaign promise. We did see over the last several days MacArthur Park be a flashpoint for controversy. Mayor Karen Bass showing up as she heard of a potential immigration enforcement operation on hand for that. We did show them video of them clearing a park, that park in downtown Los Angeles. All right, we're following this closely here on Live Now from Fox. Let's slide away for another quick 2-minute break. We'll keep an eye on these shots as it seems they're somewhat calm, reserved at this point, but we'll keep an eye on them. We'll take you out to anything that breaks from these scenes. We'll be back after this.
All right. All right, I'm gonna take a little break. Go take the baby to the park. We'll see when I get back. I don't know if this is still going on or if it escalates or whatever. I'll come back. We'll stay posted. Make sure if you hit the like button, please, I'd appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Check out iCkEdMeL clips, the second page, and we're a few people away from having 1,000 male subscribers. I think we're at 992. When I get 1,000, we'll do like a giveaway. Alrighty. So we're 8 away. Bye, guys. Catch you later. Thank you so much. Bloop, 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 bloop. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Bye. Bloop. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. Love you. Bye. Bloop. The helicopter leaving too, I think. Oh, it's a whole nother section. It's a big ass section.